Jim McLennan's passion and love for hot rods was a whole shot to a successful career. For years, he carried the torch for Northern California hot rodders. As a racer and drag strip promoter, the Smiling Irishman began his career over 50 years ago by founding the Champion Speed Shop in South San Francisco, California. The business was an emporium that purveyed speed parts and was a customized auto repair and hot rod business built on the intangible gospel that speed was not necessarily a bad thing. In 1957, McLennan established the Half Moon Bay drag strip. Half Moon Bay etched itself into drag racing lore due to its killer atmospheric conditions and sea-level location.
Well, it all started, you know, we were hot rodders from, well, the high school days, and we used to race out on the Great Highway. And so some of us got together and said, well, we need a drag strip. So that's how Half Moon Bay really started. And from then it's graduated up until what it is today. Now, we were the first ones to put a parachute on the back of the car, and also the first ones to have a fire suit. So we've really pioneered a whole bunch, and drag racing has been awfully good to me.
Furthering his mission to promote drag racing, Jim not only ran the speed shop and operated racetracks, but also campaigned his own Top Fuel dragster. From 1958 to 1961, Jim drove the legendary Champion Speed Shop Top Fuel car and was one of the most successful small block Chevrolet drivers during that time. In 1961, Sammy Hale strapped in and the young Shoe piloted the car to hold on to the Drag News #2 position for over 10 months.
Sammy started with me when he was only 17 years old. He was really my first driver. And he learned all the tricks from all the old guys that taught me, and then I eventually taught Sammy. And I'd put Sammy with any driver today, even the Top Fuel races. Sammy would hold his own.
Tired of the travel and missing his family, in 1963, McLennan decided to stay home and open Champion Speedway. The half-mile oval track, which eventually included an eighth-mile drag strip, was located across from San Francisco's Candlestick Park. In 1967, Jim took over the ownership of Fremont Drag Strip. The drag strip had national recognition as one of the most racer-friendly venues in the country. In total, the who's who of the drag racing world competed at Jim's tracks. This included the great Don the Snake Perdome, Dave the Kamikaze Uhara, Frank the Beard Bradley, and drag racing's most famous practitioner, Big Daddy Don Garlitz. In 1985, when nostalgia for 60s slingshot dragsters was rampant in the Bay Area, Jim and his sons, Bob and Michael, were instrumental in resurrecting the drag racing scene. With the help of Roy Brizio, Jim recreated the two popular Champion Speed Shop dragsters, the twin-engine Chevrolet car driven by Mike McLennan, as well as the Kent Fuller car driven by Sammy Hale. That same year, Jim was inducted into the Bay Area Sports Writers Hall of Fame, and in 1993, he was an esteemed honoree at the California Hot Rod Reunion. In the 1990s, the Champion Speed Shop banner was flying high again. With Sammy Hale behind the wheel and that legendary blown fuel-burning small block Chevrolet between the frame rails, Sammy Hale ran an unheard-of 587 at the 1999 March Meet in Bakersfield, California, an effort that propelled the team to the 2001 Good Guys Top Fuel World Championship. Jim McLennan, drag racing pioneer, was a friend to everybody in hot rodding. Drag racing was his passion. His eyes lit up when the subject of drag racing and Top Fuel were mentioned. Jim's smile could light up an entire room. His laugh could fill the entire pit area. Sadly, in February of 2007, the drag racing world lost a pioneer and legend as Jim McLennan lost his fight against diabetes.
I told one of our guys, I said, I think I'm in heaven. It reminds me of what would happen if the good Lord took me to heaven. That's what it'd be. It'd be all hot rods.